When I am alone, He is with me. If my parents abandon me, He will be with me. We have social media, we have messaging apps, we have video calls, we have everything at our disposal. Yet we're still the most lonely generation in history. Yes, Gen Z. Why is Gen Z so lonely? This idea shows itself across many areas: philosophy, psychology, history, and others. What is that idea? It is of us, human beings, not being supposed to be alone. You know that isolation can make your life shorter. Isolation can literally make your life shorter. That means you will be gone earlier because you are too much alone. And it's not just being alone, it's being lonely. You can be alone and sometimes that's completely fine, but being lonely, there is a danger. Life itself was meant to be shared. Imagine discovering a beautiful place, a palace, a paradise, but there is no one you can tell that to. How miserable would life be, right? Life is meant to be shared. Joys, sorrows, struggles, everything is meant to be shared. You were meant to have friends. You were designed to have friends. That's why there are other humans out there. That's why we together, we are stronger than alone. When you see a lion and then you see another group of animals, the lion will not attack that group of animals, especially if those animals are quite strong by themselves. And then when they are together, they are much stronger. So the lion would not do that, never. But the moment the lion sees that one of the members has gone astray or is isolated for any reason, whatever reason, he then starts to observe and he goes and then he attacks the prey. Being alone is becoming a prey. That's also in real life. When people are alone, that's the situation they are in most danger because a criminal can kidnap them and anything can happen. When you are alone, your life is literally more in danger. Of course, that is more for younger people, sometimes weaker people as well. But you see that you are not supposed to be alone. Even in the animal world, that shows itself. So why are you alone then? Why do you live lonely? If you live lonely, I mean, statistics show that 1/4 of Gen Z is alone. 1/4. That's crazy. Extremely lonely. You can have friends, you can have family with you, but still feel that emptiness. That's not normal. That's not supposed to be normal. And I told you 25%, but I'm not saying that the other 75% they are completely fine. No, those 25% are people who willingly say that oh, I'm feeling lonely. Imagine the people who avoid saying that. Or even worse, people they can feel lonely but not even admit that to themselves. Or in another situation is, even if they don't feel extremely lonely, they still feel a certain type of loneliness, even if it's not that extreme. So almost everyone is in problem here. I would say only 40 or 30% or even 20% of people are actually enjoying things. You have messaging apps, you have everything, yet you're still lonely. There is a problem. Being connected is not the same as sharing life. It's different when you have someone with you. What's the difference? Imagine, for example, you have a goal. I'm gonna go to the gym every single day. If your friend goes with you every single day, one can keep each other accountable. That's just a tiny example in workouts that can be in any area. Studying, working, learning a new skill. That's a small way you can share life. How can you share life to your friend? Encouraging, motivating, being there in the hardest moments. What real friendship actually requires is this. First initiative. You have to have initiative and go there. Go make friends. It is easier than you think. People think it's hard or I'm gonna be cringe or whatever, but someone has to go. Are you pretty sure that someone will go after you? Especially when you make yourself less available. You feel like as if you are closing doors to other people. Even if it's not the case, that might be the case for other people. They think, oh, he doesn't want to talk, he wants to be let alone. It's not just opening door to other people. Sometimes it's taking the initiative. If you see there is an opportunity, go. If you see there is an event coming and you want to participate in an event to know new people, go. Go talk to people, make friends, touch grass, you see. Sometimes making friends online is fine. A lot of people make good friends online, but it's not the same. You can have a friend online, but it's different from having a personal, physical, real life friend. That's different. You can't deny it, because I'm pretty sure you can't deny it, because that's the truth. Now, liking someone's post, following on Instagram, or just text messaging a little bit, that's not real friendship. Because text messaging is an amazing tool you can use to make friends, but the real thing is when you're physically with the person. That's when you see real friendship. Or even FaceTiming, like phone call or FaceTime, that's also awesome, and I recommend you doing that to strengthen relationships. I would say online tools are there to strengthen relationships. Sometimes you can't connect with that person physically, so connecting online is a good tool to strengthen relationships, but it should not replace 100% physical relationships. So the first thing is taking initiative. The second thing is sharing what matters. You see, friends, they share their passions. They share what they're thinking about, even if that is not a good thing. Sometimes a friend, he will correct you. That's a very good type of friend to have. He tells you the truth even though you don't want to hear it. Those friendships are rare, but once you have them, they will make your life go up there, skyrocket your life in all areas. If that person is consistently there with you, that person will make you grow, and you should listen to that person. You can improve someone's life by giving advice to that person, and that exchange of ideas is a way of helping each other. Helping each other is essential in friendship. How can you help someone consistently, on a consistent basis, better than in a friendship relationship? I can think about a better way. So making friends is something you should consider, because it will improve your life. It will make you live longer. It will make you happier. So do it. And the last thing, and that is probably the hardest, you have to be vulnerable. I'm strong. Come on, you are better than that. Think, Mark, think about your whole life. If you have had real friends before, it was different about your relationship with them. Most of the times, it is vulnerability and one helping each other, one being with each other, one caring about each other. I know it's difficult to trust people. A lot of times we don't share our weaknesses, or we don't want to show our weak side to people because we don't trust them enough, or we think that might be weaponized against us, or we also think that we are strong enough to handle it ourselves. Even if that's the truth, even if you are strong enough to handle it yourself, you still would probably appreciate someone's help. When you don't show your weak side, you're being fake. You're not being authentic. And that's why relationships are here on the surface level. If you want to dive deep, you gotta dive deep into yourself. Share things. Open yourself up. And also make the other person open up. Not only opening yourself up, but asking questions. Being interested in the other person's life, so that the other person can open up to you. If you see the friend is real, that person will very surely care about you. Of course, you shouldn't open up with everyone. This is for real friendships. The problem is there are friendships and people you see that they are trustworthy. The problem is not them, the problem is you, because you still don't want to open up to them. I have had the same problem for a long period in my life, and I still struggle with that one. It is very, very hard, because especially us men, we don't want to show our weak side to people. We are weaker than people think. Some weaknesses, some insecurities, some traumas, some real deep serious things. Yet you think they are perfect, they are models, they are heroes. They have things that they hide from others, and that's totally normal, especially if the person is a celebrity. But open yourself up to people and you will change your life. This is the one step I would be careful, but try. It doesn't cost much trying, especially if you analyze the person you're being open to. But most people, especially if they are well raised, they will help you. They won't be telling that to everyone. They will keep the secret and they will try to help you. The problem is you, not the other people. And you will see the more authentic you are to people, the better your relationships will be, the happier you will be, and the more life there will be in your relationships. That's for every kind of relationship. I would rather open myself too much up than closing myself completely. Closing yourself is creating distance between you and the other person. The problem people have, it's a lack of connection and real community. You need community. You need people. I've heard my teacher once say that, my business teacher, in my former college, that the most important resource is not money, it's not time, it's people. Think about that. And you know what? The best way to have a community, a friend, if you are too much alone, is having a friend that is always with you, that cares about you, that loves you, and has given his life for you. That person is Jesus Christ. He has done all of that, and he is my best friend. When I am alone, he is with me. If my parents abandon me, he will be with me. He cares about me, he loves me, and he gives me peace and happiness, despite the circumstances. The more I look, the more peace I feel. The more I look away from him, the worse I feel. I'm gonna tell you, Jesus is my source of happiness. And he can be yours too. He can save your life. In fact, he has already saved your life. You just gotta accept it. Accept his sacrifice on the cross. When he died and then resurrected, he did that all for you, for your sins. If you wanna know more, stick to this channel. You'll love it. If you wanna know more about the Jesus, comment here below. I won't. And I will talk to you personally. See you in the next one. Peace.